Okay, welcome. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, tonight, whenever you're watching this. So, simple swaps for a healthier home. My goal for us today is to empower you and show you how you can integrate essential oils into your day to day. So, it is quite broad, the topic today. I'm not sort of honing in on one area. It is going to be quite broad. So just keep in mind that there is so many ways that you can use these beautiful products, and we are only just going to touch the tip of the iceberg here. So just to begin, a little bit about me. So I am a mum of two little girls. I live on the Sunshine Coast of Queensland. And I guess the reason why I'm here and I'm advocating for low tox natural living is because last year, around 9 months ago, I got some essential oils. I just wanted some support with my daughter's sleep, and I had tried lots of different things, and I just thought, why not? And I have just been blown away by these oils and how many different ways you can use them in in your home. So prior to that, I sort of was a little bit conscious about what I was bringing into my home, but I kind of just did make did with what was at the supermarkets. I didn't really look into it too much or think there was another solution. So that is what's brought me to here, because I realized that this box of 10 essential oils could actually transform pretty much how I did everything in my home, and really became aligned with how I wanted to teach my daughters about their health and about um, the ways that you can approach it first. Um, so yeah, it's been like a journey of self-discovery, I guess, but I am super passionate about these products. I think they're incredible, and I think that they are the ultimate mum hack. So that's why I jumped on board with the business, and I love teaching women and mothers how to support their families with these. So I also like to create a little bit of silly content on social media. So if you're into that, please come and say hello. I would love to connect with you there as well. So the problem. Um, I don't like to preach this stuff. I think the information is well and truly out there for us to see and to do our own research. But basically, in a nutshell, toxins are everywhere. But in our homes, we actually do have the capability to control what we bring into our home. And that's where I come in to help you make those tiny little swaps without getting overwhelmed that will make a massive difference. Um, so the solution, in my opinion, is essential oils, pure therapeutic grade doTERRA essential oils. Uh, why? What even are essential oils? I had no idea what essential oils were. I thought that they were just lovely, smelly things that I put in the diffuser. I bought myself some from eBay when I was first pregnant with my oldest daughter, and I didn't use them for very long. They didn't smell that good. I didn't really understand the whole thing. Turns out it was basically just synthetic fragrance that I was wafting into our air and not doing any good for anyone. So luckily I didn't last long doing that. But basically, essential oils are pure and they're highly concentrated extracts from plants. So whether that's the root, the petal, the leaf, the stem, I don't even know if it's the stem, but all parts of the plants, it's an extract. Super potent, and they contain specific and unique chemical constituents or compounds or makeup. And basically, the plants use those in nature to protect themselves from pests and diseases and harsh environments. And yeah, it's just a defense mechanism. But we are also nature. So when we use essential oils, we can also protect ourselves from these harsh environments and from yeah, and get the same protective benefits. That's what I'm trying to say. So just to put into perspective how powerful essential oils are, they're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So if you think about one drop of peppermint oil is actually equivalent to 24 cups of peppermint tea. So less is more when it comes to oils, which is great because it means that they can last a long time. There are three main ways that we use essential oils. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail soon. But something that I was super interested in when I first came across using essential oils was, why do they work? Like how does it work? How does it work? But basically, essential oils contain active compounds, so they have beautiful chemistry within them, and that can work with our body rather than against our body. So if you think about synthetic chemicals, they sit on the surface, and essential oils can actually penetrate our cell membrane and work from within. So that is quite amazing. So whether you're inhaling, whether you're putting it on topically, whether you're taking it internally, those essential oils are going into your bloodstream, your brain, and working from inside the cell outward, um, which is mind-blowing to me. So yes, it penetrates that cell membrane, works really, really deep at a cellular level, and it helps the body fight off threats from within. So just from fun facts for you, in just 22 seconds, they reach your brain. In 2 minutes, they're found in your bloodstream. And in 20 minutes, they can affect every single cell in your body. So because they're safe, they're effective, and they're affordable, they're such an incredible tool for natural wellness. Alrighty. All right, the three ways that you use essential oils. So when I think about how we use them, you want to think about how you can get them around you, how you can get them on you, and how you can get them in you. Only for the ones that are safe for internal use, of course. So first we've got aromatically, obviously the aroma, the smell, we are inhaling them, we are breathing them in. So when you inhale an essential oil, the molecules are so tiny and they travel through your nose and they go straight to the back of your brain in 22 seconds and they go to the olfactory system. So that is directly connected to the limbic system, which is the part of your brain that is in charge of emotions, memory, hormones, which is why if you've ever walked into a room and smelt a smell and you've just been transported back to that place, that's why. It's that limbic system and the smell. It's like an anchor. It anchors you back to a different time and place. Using essential oils aromatically is the fastest way to impact your mood. So yeah, if you think about your emotions, you're inhaling it within 22 seconds, you're going to feel uplifted. So depending on what oil. So we've got citrus oils are generally uplifting. The floral oils are generally a bit more calming and soothing. And then the earthy, woody oils are the ones that are going to ground you into the roots. So, yeah, like the fruits and then the leaves and then the roots. It kind of makes sense when you think of it like that. Alrighty. So, yes, diffusing wild orange boosts your mood and reduces stress in just a few minutes. So, that's why cranking those diffusers first thing in the morning before the kids get up is a sure way to help you set the day up with a little bit less of the tantrums happening, hopefully. Okay, so when we're thinking about topically, we're applying essential oils to our skin. There is safety that we need to look at here. Diluting our essential oils with carrier oil is the safest way, and so great because that means that they last a lot longer. We don't want them to be running out too quickly. So when we are putting them topically onto our skin with our carrier oil, they penetrate the skin and they enter the bloodstream. So our skin is our largest organ, and that's why it's so important to be careful about what we are putting on our skin, whether it's moisturizer, skincare product, sun cream, because it does. It absorbs straight into our skin and straight into our bloodstream if the molecule is small enough, and it works really quickly. So if you're using tea tree and you put it on a blemish, that is going to cleanse the skin and keep it nice and clear, usually dries it up. And something like eucalyptus, if you're rubbing that on sore muscles, that's going to penetrate in and start working its magic that way. So internally, now when we're taking essential oils internally, it is so important that they are guaranteed to be 100% pure therapeutic grade. So you do not want to be going down to Kmart and getting some essential oils and consuming them. That is not going to be great. So they do have to be pure, which is why I love doTERRA, because they are super transparent about their purity and the potency of their oils. And they do recommend that you are able to take them internally. A number of doTERRA's products and essential oils are listed under Australia's Therapeutic Goods Administration, which is a big deal. It means that they are listed as natural medicine, and there are ways that you can use them that is actually been proven by, yeah, Therapeutic Goods Administration. So that's a big deal. The way I like to use them internally is either just in water, but make sure you mix it up really well. I like to use one of those whizzy sticks to emulsify it. You can put it in tea. You can put it into like a little veggie capsule with some olive oil. And then another way is in food. So for food flavoring, hummus, cookies, I don't know, put vanilla in some stuff. It's actually really cool. I love adding some lemon to my baking and my hummus. Okie dokie. All right, another thing really, really amazing about doTERRA is their their ethics, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. They have a really, really big heart, and it makes you feel really good about purchasing with them. And I know that for some people, buying local and supporting local is really important, and I totally get that. But something that they do really well is ethical sourcing, their pure essential oils, their transparency and testing, and their global impact. So when it comes to the sourcing, they want their oils to be as pure as pure as pure can be. And the way that you need to do that is by having quality plants. And if we just farmed a whole bunch of plants in Australia, they wouldn't actually thrive because it's not their indigenous or their native habitat. So what they do is they source oils from over 40 different countries around the world, and they make sure the locations are where plants thrive naturally in their home soil. And that will ensure the maximum potency and the therapeutic benefits of the oils. Another thing that that means is that they have created a co-impact sourcing model, and they partner directly with farmers in each of these countries. And they offer them fair wages, sustainable farming support, and community development projects, things like that. So they've got people on the ground communicating all the time, making sure they've got what they need to do their job. And if they don't, they will make sure that they do get it. And a lot of these places are third world countries, and the people who are farmers there are so, so grateful that they have a partnership with doTERRA, because it means that they have a stable job, and they can see what their product is actually doing and giving to the world as well. And they can put a roof over their families' heads and food in their mouths, and it's just really great that they can have access to clean water and healthy lives for them. So pure essential oils, they unfortunately, like lots of industries, essential oil industry is not regulated, which means that anybody can come along and market an essential oil as pure, even if it's only got 1% of essential oil in it, which is super sad and puts a little bit of a tarnished brush over essential oils. But doTERRA have created a certified pure tested grade. So it just means that they have no fillers, no contaminants, no synthetics or anything like that. And every bottle is 100% pure. So they also are incredibly transparent with this. So there is third-party testing. It is not done by doTERRA. It is done by somebody else. And they run some lab tests on purity to verify it. And lots of brands will just do their own testing. But doTERRA puts those results out there in the open for anyone to see. And actually on each bottle, but you won't be able to find one now. On the bottom of every bottle, not the blends, there is a batch number, and on that you can put it through a website and you can search the exact batch that it was distilled with, and check the results of the testing. So they're completely transparent with that, which is really amazing. And if it doesn't pass the standards, then it's not sold. All right. And the last thing I love about doTERRA as a business is their global impact. So they have something called Healing Hands, which is a charity. They give back to a lot of different charities around the world, and they raise money for things like building schools, providing clean water. And one of their most recent charity partners was one in Vietnam called Blue Dragon, which is trying to end human trafficking. So yeah, it's just amazing. So doTERRA works with them and raises lots of money for them and through all lots of events and things like that. And when wellness advocates like myself get to go on overseas trips, we might go and do some work in some of these towns to help these charities and yeah, make a difference. So I just love that they have such a commitment to purity, ethical sourcing, and humanitarian efforts. So when I buy my oils through doTERRA, I know that I'm not just investing in my own health, but I'm actually supporting farmers, I'm protecting communities, and I'm helping to make a real global impact. So that makes me feel good about my purchase. All right, so creating a healthy home. So we're all here because we're interested in starting to make some simple swaps in our home to make it healthier for ourselves and for our families. So I guess you guys are probably like me. As soon as I started noticing or realizing that toxins were everywhere in my home, I couldn't unsee it. And I was like, oh, this is not great. But then I bought a box of essential oils for my daughter's sleep, and suddenly I had these tools to start making some changes. And that's what I did. I just made changes one at a time. So it actually became not overwhelming at all, which is why I'm here to share with everybody else that it doesn't have to be overwhelming for you either. So just by making one simple swap at a time, the impact is massive. So it's a really, really great step to starting to better your health and wellness at home. Um, yeah, so once you've got your oils on hand, and a product runs out, say your multi-purpose spray runs out, instead of going to the shop and buying another one, the same one that you've bought over and over and over again, it's just about thinking more consciously about what could I do instead of using this product. So for me, that was, okay, I'm going to make my own with vinegar and essential oils and water. And it works incredibly effectively. Okay. With my candles, I was like, oh, okay, probably don't need these anymore. I'm going to buy a diffuser and start diffusing my oils. And things like that. Even for my children's bath wash, I was like, okay, we're not going to use this anymore. I'm just going to make my own with some simple ingredients and use some essential oils. And it's funny because your kids will start being like, oh, what are you doing? And starting to show an interest. And then you can talk to them about ingredients and things. And we know exactly what's in this and it's safe for our body. And we're looking after ourselves so that we can grow up healthy and strong. And yeah, it's just been a really beautiful thing that I've noticed with my family. Full disclosure, I am absolutely not a no tox person. Like I'm a realist. I understand that we're going to be exposed to them in our life. And quite honestly, that's fine. We don't need to worry about it. It doesn't mean, yeah, low tox doesn't mean no tox. I'm a big person who believes in 80-20. So 80% of the time I'll be, health and wellness. 20% of the time, I'm just going to let my guard down and be like, we're living our lives. We're having a good time. It's okay. Everything in moderation, including moderation. It's like how I like to say it. I'm going to go through each of the oils now. So the listed will be what they're typically used for, and then I'm going to try and give you some practical tips of how you can either get them around you, on you, and in you if that is applicable. And yeah, once again, this is a broad topic. It's not focused in on one particular area, so just keep that in mind. So the first one I'm going to talk about is lavender, and I thought that I hated the smell of lavender. I thought, yuck, old ladies, gross. And then I went to an oils class and I smelt it and I was like, wow, that's really woody and not how I thought lavender smelt at all. And it comes down to the purity and the potency and the fact that it's not synthetic. So that's something to notice, is that their quality is totally unmatched. So obviously we know lavender for calming, relaxing, sleep, vibes. And yes, that is very true, but it's also great for so many other things. It is the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. So something you can do is, if you don't have a diffuser in bedrooms, because lots of people don't, you can actually just put a drop straight onto a pillow, and that will be enough to create that calming environment for sleep, to support sleep. So that's one practical tip. You can just drop it straight onto your pillow, and no, it doesn't leave an oily residue. That doesn't happen with essential oils, so you don't have to worry about that. You can use lavender. One of my favorite ways is for bites. So whether it's mozzie bites or ant bites, for kitties, I would dilute it in a little roller with some coconut oil. For adults, you can literally just use it neat, straight from the bottle, and dab it on. I got bitten by a green ant recently and it literally numbed my toe, and I was not bothered by it at all. And usually that has me complaining for days. So it works incredibly well. Um, Skin. Lavender is amazing for skin. So I use it in all of my baby DIY products, whether it's nappy cream, baby wipes, DIY goodies, but also in my skincare. So if you want to supercharge your skincare, get your essential oils out. There are certain ones that are fabulous. You can literally just put a drop into your moisturizer that you're currently using, and great for nighttime because obviously it's calming and soothing, getting you ready for bed. That's another way that you can help yourself. So it calms redness, inflammation. Um, yes. So obviously it's great for all of the essential oils. You can obviously diffuse to get them around you. And different blends and things like that. So when you purchase through me, I will be able to send you some information on different blends to get you started. And yeah, because sometimes it can be hard to know what you're doing. And I know that I was very like that. So I think I just got my box and it took me a couple of days to even open it because I was like, what do I do? But I will be able to help you through that once you purchase some oils. Lemon. Lemon is my most used oil. I order it almost every month, depending on how much my partner uses it. Um, so when I think about lemon, I think about cleansing and detoxifying inside the body and everywhere outside the body. So surfaces and cleaning and things like that. So for me, the first thing I do every morning, maybe after a few other things, once I get to the kitchen, I will put a drop of lemon into water and I will emulsify it with my Wizzy stick and I will drink that. And I've been doing that consistently. It's like my little habit stack in the morning. Before I have my coffee, I have to have my lemon water. And that is helping with my digestion, with gas, with bloating. Something I've noticed is normally by the end of the day, I don't have a restrictive diet at all. And meaning, which I'm very lucky, I don't have to limit anything. But by the end of the day, I usually would be a bit bloated and uncomfortable, but I just live with it because I was like, well, I like eating all of this stuff. Um, Something that I've noticed since doing this for months and months and months now is that I rarely have issues with bloating and gas by the end of the evening, which is really awesome. And also by taking it internally, we're helping with those free radicals that form. And free radicals are basically just like little troublemakers that are trying to steal parts of your healthy cells and make them unstable. And if they make them unstable, then your foundation gets a bit wobbly, and that's when aging starts to appear, inflammation, diseases, things like that. So, lemon essential oil is a therapeutic wellness one that's listed with the TGA, and has been proven to reduce free radicals forming in the body. So, a great little self-care thing that you can do for yourself, knowing that that's going to help you in the long term. Immunity, a lemon is great for immunity, all things colds and flus, sickness preventing. Um, it's an uplifting oil, so if you're diffusing it, it's one that's going to boost your mood really lovelily. Lovelily, is that even a word? Um, Amazing for cleaning. I put it in my multi-purpose spray, my soft scrub recipe. I use it in the laundry if I want to brighten some whites. Um, what else? Yeah, dusting, mop solution, pretty much just add it to everything because it's awesome at degreasing and disinfecting and things like that. So it's also the mum hack oil. So think it can get temporary tattoos off just by wiping it, gum in your hair, sticky residue from stickers or like off jars, those really tight hair elastics, those plastic ones. Put a drop of lemon essential oil on there and it will literally snap off. Pen on surfaces, lemon essential oil is your thing, is your go-to for that. So lemon cleansing, detoxifying inside your body and pretty much everywhere else. All right, the next one's peppermint. This is another one that I thought that I didn't like the smell of, but it turns out it just was synthetic. And this peppermint smells like minties, and it is seriously a breath of fresh air. I love this oil so much. It is for energy and airways, also digestion. So my favorite thing to do with peppermint is after a night of being up multiple times with my children, I like to just flick a couple of drops around the shower wall, turn it on hot, let it diffuse, pop in, and it's just like a great wake up call. I just feel my mental clarity is so much clearer. My airways are open. Um, yeah, you just feel alive. It's like this invigorating experience. So that's a great mum hack in the morning if you've had a crappy night. So great. So even before exercising, if that's something that you're into, it's great because it opens the airways. I like to pop it on my pulse points behind my ears, temples, to help your breathing. Breathe a bit deeper, helps you exercise better. Oh, sorry, flies. For kids with temperatures, if you're not wanting to use conventional medication and you just want to keep them comfortable, peppermint for older children, you can dilute and maybe put down their spine where they're not going to get their little fingers touching it. Very effective at cooling and keeping them comfortable while they have a temperature. And another good hack is add it to your multi-purpose spray because that's going to deter creepy crawlies and ants. So that's what I do. I like to put lemon and peppermint in my multi-purpose spray and yeah, that deters all the ants and creepy crawlies. So that's another little hack for you. All right, tea tree. Tea tree is for your bathroom and your first aid kit. So anything ugly. It's like the oil of ugly things. So ingrown toenails, fungal infections, warts, dandruff, that kind of stuff, mold. Um, Yeah, so also a great one with lavender. Lavender and tea tree are besties and so super gentle, great for kids. Bites, stings, wound healing, that kind of stuff. Um, you'd use it for that. You can add this to like your shampoo if you've got a bit of dandruff, and that can help um, relieve and clean that. So it's going to clean that out. I love to use tea tree in my bathroom soft scrub recipe. So obviously in the moist areas in the shower, it deters the mold and the mildew from building up, the surface mold. If you have a deeper mold issue, you need to see a professional because that's not good. Tea tree is great for skin, blemishes, acne. You can just dab it straight onto the area. It's going to cleanse that area. It's antiseptic, antibacterial. It's yeah, great for clearing out skin blemishes. Knit prevention spray. So any mamas out there with kids who go to daycare, school, it's the worst email to get, but you can actually create a little prevention spray that has lavender and tea tree in it and spray it in their hats. I would be doing that every day, every day if my kid was going to school, to prevent nits from wanting to make a home in their hair because that's going to be a nightmare to try and get out. Immune system. So tea tree is also a great one for winter wellness. So lemon and tea tree, winter for winter wellness, immune system, anything ugly. Tea tree is your guy. All right, eucalyptus. I must say eucalyptus is one that I don't use too often because it is something that's so good with like respiratory health, coughs, colds, which I sort of got my oils at the beginning of winter last year. Haven't really used it too much. I love using it in the floor solution and the laundry as well because it does have really good cleansing properties in it. Um, but eucalyptus for the adults is amazing for any kind of respiratory issues, whether you've got a cough or cold or like chest infection, things like that. It's also great for muscle recovery. So if you're into exercising, you can dilute it and actually rub that onto sore muscles. And you can imagine eucalyptus, it's got the menthol kind of, it's a 1/8 cineol. Um, and that will sort of like tingle and make your muscles feel alive. Um, what else? So dusting, yes, a good one for dusting. So it's an insect repeller. So get a damp microfiber cloth, eucalyptus, and you can dust all your surfaces with that, windowsills, um, shelves, and things like that. And that's going to deter bugs. Another way to deter bugs. And if you love the smell of eucalyptus, then your house will smell beautiful of eucalyptus. And it's a natural disinfectant. So that is amazing. Frankincense. This oil is the king of oils. Um, I love it. It's one of my favorite oils. It is a very precious oil, so it's worth about $158 retail, I think. Um, but if you get it in the Home Essentials pack with the top 10 oils, then it basically equals out to be $30. Amazing. But this is the king of oils. When in doubt, frank it out. Basically, it is an amazing, amazing oil for brain health. It is my emotional support bottle. I inhale it from the bottle and in my hands on a daily basis. If you have a 3-year-old, are you okay? Um, pop it in my hair to diffuse throughout the day. I've actually been using it in my daughter's room, dropping it on her pillow because it's an amazing sleep aid because it promotes restfulness and like supports restlessness, I should say. And that's been working really effectively. Her diffuser died, and I've just been doing frankincense on her pillow. She's a very go, go, go girl. So, yeah, that's a great one. Um, Skin. Frankincense is an absolute skin hero. So anything to do with anti-aging, it helps dry skin. You can add it straight to your moisturizer. So that's what I do if I just feel like my skin needs a bit of a boost up. I put it straight into my moisturizer on my face. Again, it smells so good and just is so grounding and earthy. It comes from the resin of the Boswellia tree. And another little thing that I've made is a roller with castor oil and 20 drops of frankincense. And I roll that, in the problem areas here in these little frowny lines across the top there. And apparently that's a really old thing that people used to do, which is great for anti-aging. So a little hack for you there. So it promotes healthy cell turnover. Another thing I do with frankincense is I take it in a veggie capsule. Normally, when I'm just doing some sickness prevention, I'll make up a capsule with a number of different oils that are good for immunity. Frankincense is one of them. When in doubt, frank it out, just add it in there. It's going to help, remember, from the inside out. So penetrating that cell membrane and working from within. All right, we're up to the blends now. So doTERRA have some really, really beautiful and effective blends. This is called Easy Air. So as the name suggests, it is for breathing, it is for respiratory health, it helps congestion, allergies, seasonal threats, great for any kids who are asthmatic. Because obviously when a child has asthma, it is that throat, I'm not an expert on this, but closing up, so it helps to keep that open. Um, if your little one's kitties, it's safe for bubbers, I would probably stick to Easy Air over eucalyptus for kitties with respiratory congestion, things like that. You can put it around the shower like the peppermint and use it as like a diffuser, hold bubs in there. And they like it's like a human diffuser in the shower, and that can help them before bed for a restful night's sleep. It's a great one to diffuse at bedtime and throughout the night. Clear breathing, restful sleep, like that. It's I like to think of it as nature's Vicks. So you can make a chest rub using coconut oil, just melt the coconut oil down when it's full, add the easy air in there. You can probably put some other ones in there, but if you don't want to, don't have to. Put it in the fridge to set, rub it on the chest, back, on the bottoms of the feet. Bottoms of the feet's really great because obviously they're less likely to be touching it, and your pores are quite large on your feet. It's not a sensitive area, and then it will be able to absorb into the bloodstream and be working within that 20 minutes. So yeah, that's easy air. Zengest. Okay, this is called the oil of poos and sputes. So digestive discomfort. I think that lots and lots of people have unique experiences with this oil. Every home needs this oil. So we're talking vomiting, diarrhea. If you've overindulged in a meal, you've just got a bit of bloating discomfort, travel sickness, it's great for. You can use it in a cup of tea just as a digestive after dinner. If you like, it's got like an aniseedy kind of taste. Some people love it. Yeah, straight into tea as a digestive after dinner. I roll it straight on my abdomen if I have any discomfort or any first signs of anyone having gastro or diarrhea or anything like that. I'm like, oh, I do not want that. So I just put it like a little bit in my belly button and rub it on my abdomen. You can travel with it. It's definitely a good one for traveling, for motion sickness. You can just inhale it. But yes, digestion, bloating, nausea. If you're pregnant and you can handle the smell of it, it would be great in the first trimester for nausea. But yes, a very, very good one for mums. Zengest. Okie dokie, On Guard. This is doTERRA's probably most famous blend. It is the protective blend, and during the pandemic time, it was like sold out and being sold on the black market, basically. People just wanted it because there have been studies done to show that it is able to stop the spread of viruses, essentially. So this one is an amazing cleaner. It smells very warm and spicy, and like it should go in an apple pie. I don't know. Some people love it, some people don't really like it. But the benefits outweigh the fact that it might not smell the best if you don't like that. So yes, great for putting in multi-purpose spray. If you don't, or if you haven't tried or heard of the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, it is a cleaning solution. It has an entire bottle of On Guard in it, and it can be used all over the house, from stain removing, cleaning the toilet, dishwashing liquid, floor solution. What else? You can basically use it for anything. It is multi-purpose spray. It's a jack of all trades. And yes, it's great. That's what I use instead of Dettol. So On Guard is incredibly good at protecting and cleaning. It also can be used internally. So what I do for winter wellness is I will make a cough syrup with honey and fresh lemon juice and On Guard as well, and I'll keep it in the fridge. And if my daughter has a cough or something's coming up, she loves the taste of honey, so she loves it. She just has a teaspoon of that. Just got to make sure that we're diluting safely because it does have some hot oils in it, like our cinnamon bark. In that one. Another great one for mold and mildew. So I'll use the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate in lots of my DIY recipes because it has this On Guard in it. If there's any sign of sickness in the house, you are diffusing On Guard and lemon together because that's going to purify the air. It's going to kill those airborne pathogens and those surface germs, and protect your family from more people in your family to get it. Okie dokie. I think That's also Bella Hadid carries this in her handbag. So that's a fun fact for you. I did see a YouTube video and she pulled this out. So um, yes, it's a very famous oil, that one. All right, we're up to the last oil. This is called Balance. This was actually the first oil of doTERRA's that I ever had an experience with. I was at a yoga class and the yoga instructor came around at the end and gave everyone a little massage. And she used a blend of oil, carrier oil that with this blend in it. And the experience was so powerful that I went home and Googled what doTERRA was. And basically that's how I ended up here. Things spiraled. But yeah, this smell is like, it's really fresh. It basically just smells fresh and clean, but it kind of feels safe. I don't know. It's a strange one. It's another one that I use in my handbag as an emotional support bottle. It's already diluted, so it has coconut oil already in it. So it's super safe for kitties. Sometimes I will pop a drop in my daughter's hair, or if she lets me, I will rub it on her pulse points as well. If she's having some really big feelings, I'll use it in little rollers. When she's having some big feelings as well, we'll make a roller together and she'll use that. But yes, it's a very, very grounding, and you can also use it as a perfume or a nice cologne for men. They can, if they're into that. We use the deodorant. We both use this, me and my partner, and it has the smell of this Balance brand blend. But yeah, it's a great deodorant and it has that grounding smell in it. So yes, that is our top 10 oils. Hopefully you got some practical tips out of that lot. I know that it is a lot of information and you're probably like, oh my God, I don't know where to start still, but that's okay. You just need to just take it one bottle at a time, one ailment at a time. If something crops up in your life, think, which oil could I use for that? And one of these oils will cover that. I absolutely guarantee it. So, all right. When the way that doTERRA works is there's three ways to purchase. So if you are wanting to buy retail, nobody does that because that is way too much money and friends don't let friends pay retail. The next way that you can purchase is wholesale. So that is through a wholesale account, which gives you 25% off all of their product range. So it's really important to note that doTERRA isn't just essential oils. They have an entire range of health and wellness products from supplements, skincare, personal care products, essential oils, skincare, kids items. It's enormous. Cleaning products. It's amazing. So that's great to have access to all of those for 25% off. And the next way that you can purchase is wholesale plus points. So all that means is that you're using your a loyalty rewards program, which is a monthly order where you get to earn points back. So it's kind of like shop back or flybys, but on steroids because you get so many points back. This month, I don't want to give too much information here because it will make your brain melt, and I don't want to do that. But basically, at the moment, if you have a wholesale account already, if you purchase through the Loyalty Rewards program, you will be able to get 30% back of your order, 30% of your order back in points to use next month. And something unique about this month, if you do not already have a doTERRA account, you will be able to get 30% back from your first enrollment order, which doesn't normally happen. Usually you have to wait until the following month to be able to do that. So that is pretty amazing. But yes, basically the way that I saw it, and I was like, oh my God. I spend $2,000 at Kohl's and they give me $10. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. But with this program, if you spent $2,000, say, not that you would in 1 month, you would get $600 back. So that is the kind of value. And 100 PV is the product value is equivalent to probably just over $100, maybe $150, depending on what you're after. So, yeah, obviously the range is really big, and that's something that I would work with you to see what areas you're wanting help with. If you are just wanting essential oils, that is totally fine. You can either opt in or opt out. It doesn't matter. But to get the most out of it, you would want to be creating a 100 points value order this month, April, next month, May, and in June. And then for the life of your account, you will be able to get 30% back on every single order that you make after that. All right. So how does it work with what packs? So the top 10 oils come in two different sizes. We've got the Family Essentials pack, which is like the mini pack, I guess, which is a really, really great way to start and to work out which oils you use more than others, I guess. The most sold starter pack is the Home Essentials pack, and that is the full 15 ml bottle size. And just to note with those prices, the mini pack, the Family Essentials, the bottle is only 5 ml. Okay, so you are getting like double the amount of oil for less than half of the price. So it's a very, very, very good value. Another pack option is the Nature Solution pack. I actually don't recommend this one. It's too much, too many oils. You'll be overwhelmed. And if you are looking to do an overhaul type thing, I would definitely look at breaking that pack up into smaller bite-sized chunks to then get over the next couple of months. And that way you will be able to also get the 30% of each of those orders back, and you will be laughing all the way to the bank because the amount of free stuff that you'll be able to redeem is crazy. Yeah, so those are the 3 pack sizes. A limited time offer. So I say for the next 24 hours, but I've been doing this for all of my customers. If you purchase with me from now on, you will get a 5 ml wild orange for free. I will give you 3 glass roller bottles to get you started with making up some blends with some recipe cards. And you will get a glass spray bottle so that you can make your first multi-purpose spray and see how incredibly easy it is to make that first swap. Grounded Health Club. Okay, so when you purchase with me, you are not just left in the lurch to flail around. If you would like, you have as much support as you want. So I'm obviously there for one-on-one questions and help if you need it. We have private Facebook group that has an entire customer community and wellness advocates like myself who ask questions, give advice, and they're all from different walks of life. So we've got naturopaths, homeopaths, doctors, lawyers, teachers, nurses, nutritionists, you name it, they are in there and they are talking about their lived experiences. So if you have a question, does not even need to be related to essential oils. It can purely just be just something that you want to do naturally. Post it in there, somebody will get back to you. We have a private Instagram page, which is posted on regularly with product information, product inspiration and resources. We have a ebook library where you can download ebooks to get recipes and things like that. There's lots of different topics in there. We do also have a free app if that's something that you're interested in, but it is choose your own adventure. If you want this stuff, you can have it, and it is all free. It comes with the service that we offer. So we have an incredible product in the essential oils and the other consumables, but we also offer a beautiful service, and it is such a lovely community. So we would love, love, love to have you in there. And if you're an existing customer and you're not yet connected with the Grounded Health Club Instagram or Facebook group, I highly recommend it. If you're not, you are missing out. So talk to me and I will help you get connected with that. Okay. So what now? I will send all of you lovely ladies an email with this. If you're listening to it, you've got the email. I'll put a link in there. You choose your pack, process your order. I will welcome you in to our Grounded Health Club with all of the resources. You will get access to the customer community and you'll be able to start making your simple swaps. Another thing I offer, which I haven't got on there, is a wellness consult. So about a week after I like to do it, that your oils arrive, I like to have a call either over Zoom, or if you're in my area, I would love to meet up to help you navigate your account and to just hear your thoughts on where you need, what areas you need support in, and I will be able to guide you in the right direction to get started from there. So I hope that you feel empowered with your choices of how you support your family with these essential oils. Um, I absolutely love them. I know that they're making a massive difference in my family's life, and I wouldn't be sharing my experience if I didn't. So please reach out if you have any questions. And yeah, really, really appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you so much for spending some time to listen to this, and we'll be in touch. Bye bye. Okay, bye.